Hello students, welcome to YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, let us study the evolution of computer. Dear students, computer evolution didn't took place in one single day. The name evolution itself says that it is a gradual process. So the computers what we are witnessing in different forms, maybe a laptop, a desktop computer, our smartphones, supercomputers, all these machines, beautiful machines, they were not developed in one single day. They didn't fell from the cloud. So it took place lot of years of research and development, and ultimately now we are enjoying the fruit of computer, the earlier revolutions of field of development. So now let us understand the evolution, the step-by-step gradual development in the field of computer. Of course, the evolution or the history of computer, it started with the machine referred by the name abacus. It would be wrong if I say machine, because abacus, even today we are using it, there is no mechanical parts in it. Abacus is a simple wooden framed device. It had strings and beads in it. Using these beads and strings, we would make certain computations. So we can say that abacus is the first computer, or else we can also say that abacus was the earliest calculating machine. So this abacus, it originated in China around 3000 years ago. Even today we are using it in order to start with kids with computation. We are teaching them addition, multiplication, subtraction, all these things. So using abacus, you can perform simple calculations. So why we started using abacus? Because as the name computer itself says, computer is nothing but a machine which is applied for computation. If you want to compute at higher rates, at faster pace, then you need to take help of any particular device, any aid. So here we were using computers in the first place. Okay, so altogether we can say that abacus can be considered as the first computer. Followed by abacus, the next device was developed by John Napier. John Napier, he lived in the period 1515 to 1617. So this his invention was known by the name Napier's bones. What is this Napier's bones? So John Napier was a Scottish mathematician and also a scientist. He used 9 different bones. Please notice here, this is one bone. So there were totally 9 different bones. Added to that another one bone which used to indicate zeros. Okay, so totally there are 9 different bones were used, or you can refer as them as 9 different strips, STRIPS, strips. So each bone or strips, they were numbered with a particular digit, either 1, 2, like that, up till 0 to 9. Okay, and these Napier bones, they were used to do multiplications. So it had the limitation of only multiplication. Followed by the Napier bone invention, next device was developed by William Outred. This device was referred as slide rule. As you can notice here, there is a slide. You can slide the scale like thing. You can slide this. So it was the invention of William Outred. He lived in during the period of 1625 to like that 1625, 1633, like that time, and he invented the slide rule concept. So the slide rule was based on the idea of logarithmic tables, and using this you can do multiplication quickly. Followed by this, another machine, an instrument, a box-like structure, as you can notice here, was developed by Blaise Pascal in the year 1642. This device was popularly referred as Pascaline device. Okay, so this device used a base of 10 to perform calculation. So you all, I hope you know base 10, base 8 number system, base 2 number system. So this device for computation, it used base 10 number system, and It had one drawback. The drawback was it was limited only for addition. You can do only computation with respect to addition. It has, you can notice here, it had certain gears, dials, small dials, using which you were doing the computation. Later on, another development in the field of computer came into existence. Here, this was developed by Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz during the period 1694. He improved the earlier Pascaline machine and made that machine to do multiplication as well. Like its predecessor, here this Gottfried Wilhelm machine, it had again gears and dials, using which computations were made. But as you can notice here, none of these devices had any storage facility. So for the very first time, storage mechanism was brought into by Joseph Marie Jacquard. So his invention was called power loom calculator. In the year 1801, Joseph Marie Jacquard developed an automatic loom controlled by punch cards. So punch cards can be used to save the data. You can refer punch cards as read-only memory. Nothing but the data written on the punch cards, as you can notice here, the data written on the punch cards can be only read. So whatever the data is there on the punch cards, you can easily read it, and the same pattern can be again printed again and again. Okay, so that's why it can be referred as the first read-only memory. So using this concept, you can print the same pattern, same codings onto a sheet of paper. These were all the simple developments happening in the computer field. But there was no breakthrough, a revolutionary idea where different functional units are used. A particular unit was dedicated for inputting the values, another unit dedicated for processing, another unit dedicated for output, another one for storage. No such thing was developed until this time. So the real beginning, as you can say, of in the field of computer, it started with Charles Babbage. Who is Charles Babbage? He is known as father of computer. So you have to remember him. If you are in the field of computer, you need to remember this great personality. So Charles Babbage, he is the father of computer. He devised, or else he developed a computer, a machine, which had all the functional units. Already we have studied there are different 4 functional units: input unit, like that, CPU, memory unit, output unit. So in his machine, he came up with a blueprint to develop further missions, future missions, which will be on his ideas, which will be on the idea of functional units. So the real beginning started with this personality, that is Charles Babbage. He is known as father of computer, and the very first time he developed a machine. This machine, as you can notice on the screen, is referred by the name difference engine. What it is called? It is called as difference engine. This machine was used to solve differential equations. So in mathematics, we will be coming across differential equations. You are going to study that. Those mathematical problems were solved using this machine. Was it a very small machine? No, it was a very big locomotive. Okay, so as you can notice, it is a very big locomotive. This particular device or machine or locomotive was powered. How it was powered? Not by electricity, it was powered by steam. And another beauty of this machine was it could perform calculations at the same moment. It can print the results automatically onto a sheet of paper. Okay, so this was the first breakthrough. So earlier we were using only wooden devices, some gears and dials like the instruments. For the very first time, we started using some mechanical parts in our machine. And also Charles Babbage, he having a beautiful concept regarding from where to devise the input unit, how to go with processing, how to get the output. All these ideas started with him. That's why we call him as father of computer. After working with this difference engine for almost 10 years, he suddenly realized, or you can say he was inspired to develop a new machine. The machine was referred by the name analytical engine. Why he was suddenly inspired? What made him to think of a new invention? What made him to go to another machine? The reason was this difference engine. It had a sole motive. It can be applied only to solve differential equations. Nothing else can be done with it. So Charles Babbage thought of developing a new computer, a new machine, which can be used to different fields. Nothing but a general purpose computer. So he wanted to develop a machine which can be used to different fields, and he called it as analytical engine. But unfortunately, he was not able to develop this engine, and he just dreamt about it. He prepared all the blueprint, how it has to work and all the things, but he was unable to develop it or build it. So this half-way, development of Charles Babbage with respect to analytical engine was completed by another personality who came up with, for the very first time, all the programming mechanisms regarding coding, how to code, how to write instructions. So that person is referred by the name Ada Lovelace. She is referred as the first programmer. So she completed the half-completed task of analytical engine, using which the machine can be used to perform different general purpose usage computation. So followed by this, in the 1889, an American inventor, Herman Hollerith, he applied the Jacquard-Loom concept of Mary Jacquard. A same concept was applied once again. He came up with a newer machine called as tabulating machine, as you can notice on the screen. So this machine, it helped the US to process their data of census. So usually for every 10 years there will be census conducted. After conducting the census, you need to compile the data. Earlier there was no concept of computers, so the compilation and processing of data, it took almost years of time. But because of his invention, it just took 6 weeks time. Earlier it was taking 1 year time to compile and process the data, but because of the Hollerith tabulating machine, all the processing was done within a matter of 6 weeks. And later, Herman Hollerith, with his machine, which can read the punch cards and which can do a lot of computation at a much faster rate, he went into the business community, business world, by founding a tabulating machine company. Later, the same tabulating machine company, because of certain acquisitions and mergers, a newer company came into existence. That company was referred by the name International Business Machine, popularly known as IBM, in the year 1924. So this is the brief history with respect to the computers. Thank you.